Oh man, you are in for a treat. You're probably wondering what these are. Well, these are testimonials of the people that have literally used my course and gotten thousands of views. 57k views, 400k views, 1k subs, 20k views, 2 wins in a row. Bro, 3.3k subs and 550 people on an email list, making money, everything. I'm telling you right now, if you sit back, get yourself a cup of coffee, and listen to these 2 hours and study and implement, you are going to get everything you want. So let me ask you something. Are you going to spend 40 years doing something you hate, or are you going to spend 2 hours learning something you love and end up making it a full-time job? Up to you. You're going to have infinite time freedom once you finish this course. It's free. It's literally free. This is me with a pro boxer. He just won the WBC Francophone belt. Took a picture with him. It was super sick. This is me in Atlanta making money, making YouTube videos. This is me in Atlanta as well, drinking a little iced coffee on my laptop, infinite time freedom. And that's besides the point. You're gonna learn how to milk viral videos on command, kind of. And what I mean by kind of is obviously you gotta put in the work. If you don't put in the work, you're not gonna milk viral videos. But if you do listen, implement, and put in the work and actually try these things out, you are gonna get these 30k videos. You're gonna get these 2k videos, 200k videos, 12k videos, 90ks, 187ks. You're gonna get the 32ks, etc. As long as you put in the reps and actually take action with this course, no pun intended. So I'm gonna teach you literally how to fish. I'm not gonna give you a fish. I'm gonna teach you so I can feed you for a lifetime. So let me show you how to get traffic, build a product, and live your life to the fullest. No more BS that you hate. Get yourself comfortable. Let's get into it. So I worked with a ton of channels in the past, and the ones that blew the fuck up had a winner's mindset. So please listen up. It's probably the most important part of the course. And if you get this mindset thing down, then I'm telling you right now, you're probably going to see success on YouTube. So what is a winner's mentality? Well, the first thing is, what isn't a winner's mentality? It's someone that just wants views, doesn't care about viewer. So these people, and if this sounds like you, then you're going to have to change this, but these people do not give a shit about their video quality. They just want to pump content out, get views, and make money. Well, that's cool. Yeah. You want to be on YouTube to make money. Sure, I get that. I want to make money as well. Everyone wants to make money on YouTube. But the reason why you're not getting views and not getting money is because you don't care about the viewers. The same as a business, man. All the businesses that do well care about the customer. That's why the saying, the customer is always right, is a thing. Because the customer really is always right. If you want to make money, but your customer doesn't care about your product, you're not going to make money. So it's the same thing with YouTube. If you just want views and don't give a shit about your quality, then you're not going to go anywhere. Another thing that is not a winner's mindset is expectations. People that have huge expectations for their channels get so down on themselves when they upload a video that they spent like 10 hours working on and it gets no views. It's just such a mental hurdle and such a mental block that really does not need to be there. So don't set expectations for yourself and don't just care about views. You need to care about the viewers. So what is a winner's mindset? Someone that focuses on quality, on upping the quality each video. So if you're someone that uploads a video, gets like 12 views, cool, that happens when you first start on YouTube. That's always happened before. It's happened with me in this channel, Money Maxing. If you focus on just getting 1% better the next video, 1% better, you are going to be so much better off than someone that just wants views and just wants to make it quick and make a quick buck. If you really focus on just getting 1% better with each video, your quality is going to jump and your views are going to jump. So that's literally just the winner's mindset. It's just by focusing on quality instead of quantity, instead of views. Focus on quality and you'll be so much better off. So now you got the winning mindset. Now we got to pick a solid niche. And if you have a niche already, you can completely skip this, but there is some good advice and some good knowledge in this. So I kind of developed a little checklist for you guys. And if you uncheck one of these, and if you can't check off one of these, I should say, you might want to fix something or change something with your plan. So first of all, number one, do you love doing this? And if that's yes, okay, check it off. Are you good or willing to learn in this specific niche? So if you're good at freaking computers, check it off. Or if you're good at self-improvement, check it off, etc. Or if you're willing to learn, and if you're actually willing to put in like hours to really learn something to pass on knowledge, then check it off. If you can't do this, don't expect views, because people need social proof. People don't want to learn from someone that doesn't know what they're talking about, right? It's like a poor person trying to give business advice, etc. There's so many little, how would I say it, analogies I can do for this. Anyways, is there profitable problems to solve? And this is kind of more for the people that want to make money off YouTube instead of views. So what I mean by profitable problems is there a problem or a pain point in your viewer's niche that they would be willing to spend money to fix? For example, let's say my channel is in the business niche, but if we go down, it's more in the grow on YouTube niche. There's so many problems in that niche where it's like people want to pay money to fix their bad channel and to get more views, etc. So is there profitable problems to solve in your niche? This is very, 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 this is the most important thing, honestly, if you want to make money in the back end of your business. So for me personally, I'll check that off. And the last but not least is, will I hate my life in 6 months if I continue this niche? And some people say 1 month, some people say 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, etc. But if you really will like hate yourself after 6 months of doing your niche, you might not want to do your niche. So if you're doing freaking like Aiden Ross reaction videos or something dumb like that, like obviously you're going to hate your life in 6 months, right? It's not fulfilling work. You got to really make sure that what you're doing is fulfilling, because if it's not fulfilling, then you're going to have a hard time keeping up with your channel, because we're going to go through a lot of stuff in this course. And if you can't love what you do, then there's no point in continuing. I would restart and find a new niche. But I personally like my niche, so I'm going to check this off. Now, I'm going to say this right now. There is no golden money-making, piggy bank, cash cow niche. Every single niche has its own, I like to call it a puzzle. It really is just a puzzle to solve. Every niche has its own problem. There's competition, etc. You need to find a way to solve that puzzle piece and find that kind of hidden tweak to grow your channel, because there's no uncompetitive niche. Ideation is key. So look at my channel, for example. I just do simple grow on YouTube videos. The ideation in my videos, and let me just go here. Let me go to my channel. The way I ideated was by simply changing the thumbnail style. Green frog, no one's ever seen that before. Changing the titles, the dark method to grow on YouTube. The dark method was never used before. That's ideation right there. How to write addictive scripts. The dark secret to viral thumbnails. How to keep your viewers addicted. It's little small ideations like this that will really make you break through in your niche. And last but not least is, you cannot copy other people's success. The YouTube algorithm is so fucking smart, and it's only going to get smarter. So if it detects that you're just copying someone else, then what's the point of even wasting your time making the video in the first place? You're not going to get views. So you need to be unique, and I'm going to talk about how to make a unique video and how to get that going. So please don't copy other people's success. Don't copy what's working. You have to ideate. So you have to kind of steal like an artist. I've said this in videos before. But since there's no golden niche, there's also like some pretty bad niches as well, and I do want to talk about that. So first of all, I'm just going to say, like, going back to the Aiden Ross thing, trendy stuff I would avoid. Like, just anything that's trendy, I don't really see a future in, because it's gonna fucking fall off anyways. Look at in 2020, Among Us was so popular. People blew up on Among Us, but then once the game died down, all those channels are dead, unless they unless they switched niches, pretty much, unless they kind of took a step forward, which I will talk about that later. Anything under $1 RPM is pretty bad. So I would look up on YouTube, or I would just Google RPMs for this niche or RPMs for that niche, etc. And I'm just going to say this right now flat out. Shorts pay literally nothing, and getting monetized through shorts is fucking difficult in my opinion. So I would say don't do shorts right now. I mean, for now, maybe shorts will pay more in the future, who knows, but for now, shorts don't pay anything. So please keep that in mind. And you do also have to keep in mind that niches have view ceilings. So I actually wrote this little this little example right here. Gaming, this is the gaming view ceiling right here, and view ceilings basically mean like how many views you can get. So gaming, there's billions of gamers on the planet, right? So this niche is in the billions, B for billions. Gaming is obviously bigger than sewing content. So sewing content, let's just say like there's like 5 million. Obviously that's a dramatic guess. It could be 100 million. I really don't know. But I do know for a fact that sewing is less popular than gaming. Let's just be real here. That's what I mean by a view ceiling. So be realistic with the amount of views that you can potentially get. So I know there's a lot of self-improvement guys in the school. So I made a little self-improvement example. Self-improvement can be a very, very big niche. And there's a lot of people trying to improve themselves. But there's different sub-niches within self-improvement. This, for example, could be working out. This, for example, could be mindset. This, for example, could be like 100, I'm just going to say business, B for business, but I'm talking about like 100K plus businesses, right? That's a very small sub niche in self-improvement, because who's making 100K a month? A very small amount of people. And this, for example, could be anything. You know what I mean? You get the point. So there's a lot of sub niches in niches. So if you're in the self-improvement niche, think about how many people are watching self-improvement videos and kind of give yourself an estimate of what kind of view ceiling you can get. If you're making workout videos, then the view ceiling is very high. If you're making mindset videos, then the view ceiling might be a little smaller. Who knows, right? So definitely do this research and see what your view ceiling is. So don't expect your, let's just say, this is like a really out of the blue example, but don't expect your black pill content. And black pill it's not good. Okay, black pill is not good. But don't expect your black pill content to get millions and millions and millions of views. Black pill content. There's not a lot of black pill content. So smaller niches, obviously there's less competition, but a lower view ceiling. So you can still make it on small niches, right? You can still make a lot of money if there's profitable problems, but just keep in mind there's going to be a low view ceiling. So how should you research your niche? So I'm going to start an incognito tab real quick, and I'm doing this for a reason, because I don't want YouTube to take my recommendations. So now we got a fresh YouTube search engine, really. Like there's no, how would I say it? There's no research done on our search indulgences. So if I'm going to search up self-improvement, let's just say you're in the self-improvement niche, you're going to get a bunch of videos that, you know, make it to the front homepage. But these guys have like millions of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to research off these people. It does, but also, this is better. If you go to recently uploaded, you can see the guys that are getting some good views, but are also smaller channels. So this guy, for example, Fritz. Okay, 51K subs. That's not a good example. If this guy, for example, Just Be Better. This guy has 10K subs, right? You know, very small channel, 380 videos. This is someone we can research. If we go to his most popular videos, 159K views, you can see what really, really worked for him to get him an audience. But these are kind of not the best to learn off of because they're just compilations. If we go to his latest videos, Roasting Self-Improvement Wannabe Gurus, 8.1K views 6 days ago, you can study this thumbnail. You can study these thumbnails here. You can study what didn't work for him. See, smell better with these 5 fragrances in 2024. Don't do this then, etc. So really keep in mind with the small channels that have views, see what they do. Even this guy right here, 50K views. If we go to his most popular video, How to Stop Fapping Forever, No Bullshit Guide, 1.5 million views 8 months ago, you can learn off this thumbnail and off this video. You can watch this whole video and see what he did right and what he did wrong. If you go to his most oldest videos, you can see what he did wrong with the ones that didn't really do so well, right? So definitely go to recently uploaded, check out channels with less than like 15k subs, and see what they're doing really, really well. And I'm going through my book of notes here just to give you some more knowledge. Just to kind of end this off, I would say the main thing is picking a profitable niche that has profitable problems to solve, and just making sure that you really like the niche and making sure you're going to be fulfilled by doing this niche. Okay, so now you want to start making videos, and here are kind of like the most popular video styles that I've seen and that I've done personally, and I want to talk about each and every single one of them. So please, let's lock in. All right, let's lock in. Look, there is so many video styles, and I would recommend highly to play around with this, especially when you have like no subscribers, man. There's no real reason why you should kind of stick to just one style. You should kind of mess around and experiment and see what ones you like the most, and some are harder than others, so I want to talk about that. So first of all, video essays, you've seen these before. These have very fucking high potential to get a bunch of views, and it's kind of the easiest how would I say it, niche to grow in, just because you're already talking about something that people are looking for. And for some reason, video essays just freaking bang. Like, they always do really, really well. I'm always watching video essays, especially when I'm trying to sleep and stuff like that. So video essays could be really good, but also just to keep in mind, they're going to take a shit load of time to make, especially if you want to make good video essays. And I've had a video essay channel before in the past called Cool Indie Games. Yeah, I didn't like it personally, but people liked it, okay? Anyways, Dopamine style. So this is like the hyper-edited video style, and this could be any niche going from like self-improvement or money or business or this and that and that and this, right? There's so many things you can do with Dopamine style, and me personally, my videos are Dopamine style because I like making them and I like doing them, so that's kind of what I've chosen. But keep in mind, this is going to take a ton of time as well. Like, you're going to be spending like 30 hours recording and editing your videos. So Dopamine style, take it with a pinch of salt. It's a double-edged sword. If you're just like everyone else, though, it does not really work. The reason why my Dopamine style works is because I kind of was unique with it, right? I just kind of do really random, weird GIFs that people haven't seen before, and that's why it worked really, really well for me. But Dopamine style is quite a decent engaging video style that you can use for quite a bit of niches. So talking head content is essentially people with face cams. So this is a talking head video. This is a talking head video. This is more of a Dopamine style video, but kind of talking head as well. So you get the point. Talking head style is great for people that are obviously not faceless, and I've seen these channels do really, really well. Tutorial content is probably like the one I would start with, because it's quite easy making a tutorial, especially if it's something that you know. That's what I started with on YouTube, is just making tutorial content that's like mostly search based. So I made a video that was like how to convert Amazon gift cards to Bitcoin using purse.io. It was a great search based video that had like 15k views over time, and that got me a bunch of referrals, aka a bunch of money. And you know, it's quite a profitable video style to do that takes not that much of work. So I would look into tutorial content depending on what your niche is. Obviously, if your niche is like, you know, whatever, maybe it's something bad that doesn't need a tutorial, then don't do a tutorial content style video. OBS content. This is one that I haven't really heard of, except for me, which I feel like I kind of coined the term. Maybe I didn't, maybe I did, who knows. But OBS content is essentially pretty much doing this. I guess it is pretty common, because it is. I am just doing a Loom video right now, but what I did was I had a channel about crypto, and all I would do was just record my screen with OBS and talk about certain cryptos that I thought were going to blow up or that I thought were going to do really bad. And those videos did really, really well, and it was like the least amount of work I ever had to do to make videos. So OBS style content can work really well if your videos are more like analytical, or if your videos are kind of more, how would I say it, educating or entertaining. It really just depends on your niche, but OBS style content can work really, really well, and it's very easy to do. So, you know, definitely something you could probably start with to just get the hang of YouTube in general. But for more intermediate guys and more advanced people, you can make quite a bit of money on OBS content. Now this kind of goes into the next one, which is raw style, and that sounds bad, but raw styles of videos, here's the caveat. If you're not like super entertaining, or if you don't have some sort of social proof, then no one's really going to care about what you have to say. For example, right? I have an unfiltered channel, and the reason why it is doing good and it's growing slowly is because I have some sort of social proof, aka I've grown Money Maxing to 10k plus subs, I've grown The Money Man to 10k plus subs, I've grown a bunch of channels that aren't mine, I've had clients that did really, really well, they got hundreds of thousands of views, etc. That's social proof. Same thing with like a Sam Sulek style video. Sam Sulek does so well because he's fucking jacked and he's huge and his personality's good, right? He has social proof and he's entertaining. So that's a double plus right there. So basically, if you're going to do raw styles of videos, make sure there's a reason why people should watch it. People probably won't watch you if you have nothing to offer them or nothing for them to look forward to. Same thing with podcasts, man. You need credibility and social proof. So if I were you, the only way that podcasts can blow up is either if you have someone that's like really famous or really fucking interesting, or if you have a really like interesting story to tell on your podcast. Other than that, people aren't going to watch two random people talk about a certain topic, right? It's a very low view ceiling if you think about it. All the podcasts that do really well have super famous people on it. So think about that, take it with a grain of salt, and think about what you can do to get your podcast popping off. That's probably the hardest niche to grow in other than entertainment. So entertainment is like Mr. Beast style stuff, gaming videos, challenges, etc. Like you have to find a way to truly entertain people to do well in that niche. And if you just copy everyone else, you're not going to make it, because first of all, entertainment is extremely competitive. And second of all, these people have way better videos than you and way better ideas than you. So you have to ideate, like I talked about earlier in the course, and you have to understand that you have to do something different and really truly entertain people. You can't just copy what the big guys are doing. You need to ideate. So these are a few of like the really popular video styles that I would recommend getting into. These are all very mix and match. It's kind of like a Mr. Potato Head, right? You can put one fucking thing on and add another thing. You can mix all of these in, and you can really get creative with this. But this is just kind of like the baseline video styles that I know and that I've done, etc. I've never had a podcast, by the way, and never did entertainment stuff, but I've done a lot of these. So yeah, just some baseline ideas and some video styles that you can use for your next videos. Don't be afraid to experiment, by the way. Okay, so branding is very important as well. Everything's important in here, okay? Jesus. Anyways, I don't know why I freaked out at you. I'm sorry. Branding. Branding is very important, and I actually did this for a very specific reason. This little, like, tongue-out face that I always do. I don't know if you've seen my comments before, but sometimes I do this. Sometimes I do this in the Discord, the free Discord that I do not promote anymore. But that's actually a part of my branding because no one really does that. And branding, what it is establishing credibility and establishing some sort of familiarity with someone. Like if you look at my channel, for example, whenever you see a freaking green Pepe frog, you're probably thinking, oh, okay, it's Money Maxing's videos. Or if you see the Conquer's Bad Fur Day with the crown, okay, that's Money Maxing. If you see the cool Vetico font, all lowercase, as you can see in all my thumbnails, with a period at the end or something like that, you think, oh, that is Money Maxing. That is my brand. So it's establishing some sort of familiarity. I mean, you see this with like McDonald's, right? Like the yellow M. If you see with Burger King, I actually don't know what the Burger King logo looks like, to be honest, so maybe that's not a good idea. But you know what I mean? You get it, right? You see the freaking Apple with a bite in it. That's Apple. That's the phone company or the tech company, whatever. So branding is establishing credibility and establishing some sort of familiarity. So the first thing you want to start is coming up with your name. So you can either just use your real name or something related to your niche. So for example, my channel is Money Maxing, and it doesn't really, how would I say it? It does not really apply to YouTube, but when you think about it, growing on YouTube is about making money. Like people want to grow on YouTube because they want to make money for the most part. Money Maxing starts with an M, money starts with an M, maxing, Money Maxing. So that's kind of what I would think about when making a name. There's obviously so many name ideas that you can choose for your niche. So just keep in mind, it should be something related to your niche in some sort of way and simple to understand and simple to hear. Something not too long, something not too short, something memorable, money maxing that rolls off the tongue, something that rolls off the tongue. But make sure your username is available. So, for example, money maxing, you should look for at money maxing. Or if your name is like John Allington, for example, which is one guy that I used to work with, his username should be John Allington, right? This is the username. So make sure your username is available before picking your name. Now, when we go to your profile picture, it really could just be a picture of yourself or some sort of clean logo or a mascot of your brand. So if you're not faceless, then a picture of yourself will work fine. But if you're faceless, like myself, you have to figure out what kind of mascot you want, or some sort of image that relates to you. You don't need a mascot, obviously, but for me, I have a mascot, which is the Conquer's Bad Fur Day, which is the Pepe the Frog. So that's my profile picture, Conquer's Bad Fur Day. Boom. I wouldn't overcomplicate it. It's pretty easy stuff. Now we can look at your, I thought there was freaking more I wrote down here. Anyways, now we can look at your banner, which is quite simple. I would just make it one sentence or some sort of very short message, right? About what your channel is about. So for me, money maxing is about making money on YouTube. So my banner is making money is easy with a period. Same thing goes with your description. It should just be what you're about. So making money is easy, description, helping YouTubers go viral, period. That's it. Don't make your description super long, which I see all the time. Just make it one sentence. Make your banner one sentence. Make it clean and professional looking. Don't put too much BS on it. Make it very easy to read and understand, and you should be fine. Okay, we are getting somewhere in our YouTube journey. Now we need an optimized post schedule. And I actually made this little graph, and I was I'm writing on a piece of paper, actually, on my notebook, this course, and I came up with this analogy. It's essentially a teeter-totter. Is that what it's called? A teeter-totter? Jesus, I haven't said that word in a long time. Anyways, it's a teeter-totter between too little content and too much content. And what you want to do is make a balance. So essentially, if you balance this, it's money. Boom, because you're going to be getting ad revenue and you're going to get subscribers and views and all that good stuff. But if you're going too much this way, well, you get 0 views because you're posting too much, and people are like, oh, okay, well, he's posting every fucking day and the content is trash, so let me not watch it. But if you're posting too little, people just forget about you. So even less views because you're not posting enough. And if your content isn't good enough, then people are just going to straight up forget about you. So you want to make a balance. So that comes with a consistent, optimized post schedule, which I kind of found a pretty good balance between the two. So I'm going to talk about that. This is my best posting schedule, and this is kind of what I do. So bi-weekly minimum is pretty decent. When I started growing money maxing, I made a video every 2 weeks just because the editing took me a long time to do. But once per week is actually a really perfect sweet spot because people don't have the time to really forget about you. And 1 week is more than enough time to make a quality video depending on a whole bunch of factors, especially with the video style that you're going for. Especially if you looked at the last module, which I advise you to do. I don't advise you to skip through this course. I would go back and so essentially if you can post once per week, depending on your video style, great. If you can't, bi-weekly minimum. And 12 to 1 p.m. is usually the best time to drop your video. I don't know exactly why. I personally think Sunday is the best time to drop a video, but the numbers don't lie, and 12 to 1 p.m. is usually the time where videos get uploaded and videos get watched. So, do your own research. You can actually go into your YouTube analytics as well in YouTube Studio, and you can see the best upload time for your channel somewhere here. Let me go to analytics, audience. I'm pretty sure, right here. So you can go to audience. This is when you start gaining views and subscribers, but you can go here and see exactly what's the best time to upload. And as you can see, 1 p.m., 12 p.m. is the sweet spot for me at least. But for you, could be Friday at 4 in the morning. Who knows? It all depends on your niche, and there's a bunch of sub factors that play into this. But definitely go into YouTube analytics and check this out. But last but not least is beware of audience fatigue. And I actually kind of already talked about this. This is essentially audience fatigue, is uploading too much content. But you just don't want to over exhaust your viewers. You don't want to overload them with like shitty videos. You don't want to upload 3 videos a day, because who has time to watch 3 of your 10-minute videos every single day and constantly watch your stuff, unless you have like the most amazing content in the world, which I'm assuming you don't yet. Take your time on your videos to ensure viewer satisfaction and happis. This is literally the most important thing about keeping an audience and pretty much starting YouTube in general. And even if you're stuck on YouTube, this is going to help you anyways. You got to ensure that your viewer is going to be entertained, because if you think about it, when was the last time you watched a video not to be entertained, right? Like, did you ever watch a video to be bored? No. So ensure that your viewer is going to be happy if they watch your video. It's the same thing with the buyer's remorse analogy that I talked about in one of my videos. Your viewer is essentially using their time as currency to watch your video. So please don't make them feel bad that they wasted their time watching your video. And last but not least, you don't want to be known as the guy who makes shitty videos. If you make too many videos and you're just overexhausting your viewers, and let's say you have a couple hundred subscribers or maybe a couple thousand subscribers, and you just fall off, people aren't going to watch your videos anymore because they're already expecting that it's just going to be another shit video. So please watch out for this. Just keep it quality and post on a consistent schedule. Don't fatigue your audience, and don't make them forget about you as well. So keep that teeter-totter balanced if you want money and views. Okay, so if your channel is fresh and you don't have subscribers, just generalize your target audience. But if you do have some subscribers, this can really help you know your audience. So you're going to go to analytics right here, and we're going to go to audience. This is where we're going to find a bunch of juicy details that we can use to pretty much tailor our videos so our subscribers click them more. Why is this very important? Because when you have like a sort of fan base, then your channel is going to push out these videos to your subscribers first of all, and if your subscribers don't click, then you're not getting views. That's why this is super important. But you can see the videos that are growing your audience. You can see the channels that your audience watches right here. You can see returning viewers, unique viewers, and subscribers. But what we're going to look at first of all is upload times. What is this doing here? There you go. So we're going to look at upload times, which I talked about earlier in the course, which is around 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. is the best time. So upload times, okay, 12 to 1 p.m. That's where our audience is watching videos. Now we're going to see what our audience watches right here in the last 7 days. So they're watching, I make money with 6 YouTube channel videos. I asked Mr. Beast to roast his own videos. Disappear for 2 hours a day. The millionaire productivity routine. So now I understand that my audience likes making money, likes YouTube news, and productivity, and growing on YouTube, of course. How I would learn YouTube script writing. So they're into script writing. How anyone can create videos like Gawk's art. They're into Gawk's art. Why Mr. Beast abandoned Mr. Beast Gaming. They're into Mr. Beast. How to beat the algorithm in 3 minutes. They're into making channels blow up. And YouTube news, of course. YouTube launches new features, so we're testing it. So I can use this to my advantage to basically tailor my next videos into something that my audience is going to watch, which is going to make me more views. And there's a bunch of other stuff like age and gender. So female, 5%. That is insane, by the way. I thought it was going to be lower. Male, 95%. Actually, no, it's not really lower because everyone makes YouTube channels. Jeez, what am I talking about? I'm sorry. Anyways, age and gender, 95% of my audience is male. So maybe in the future, when I get 100K subscribers, something like that, I could maybe pivot into the more self-improvement. I'm not saying self-improvement just for males, but I'm saying the male self-improvement side of things. And maybe I could kind of get into that angle and grow my channel like that. Most of the people that watch my videos are from the States, India, United Kingdom, Canada, and Germany. So that's interesting. I can use that information for my own good. And the people that are watching my videos are 18 to 24 years old, which is great, and 25 to 34 years old, which is amazing, and 35 to 44, 9%, that is good. And there's 0.1% that are 65 years old or older. which is insanity. That's really cool. If you're 65 plus years old watching this, or even in your 40s, 30s, man, you know, you're in the right place. Anyways, so my audience is 18 to 24 years old to 34 years old for sure, predominantly male, and they want to basically just have success in life. I can use that information for good. This is essentially how I would start to know your audience. And if you just started YouTube, then just generalize, right? Making money online, probably predominantly male. Dating, self-improvement and dating, probably predominantly male. Males, probably female. You know what I mean? Just make assumptions if you don't have this information, but once you do, this is really, really fucking good information to use to basically expand your channel and grow to that 100K mark, which I'm trying to do right here. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to make a lucrative idea bank. And by lucrative, that's what I mean. It's lucrative. If you have a good video idea, then you're going to get more views, which means more money. So obviously, let's start. Number one is make a Discord server. So everyone has Discord, I'm sure. And it's funny that people kind of look at me weird when I say make a Discord server, but you're going to make a private Discord server, and this is where you're going to be dropping in all your ideas and potential videos to study off of. So as you can see here, I kind of like have mine pretty organized, money maxing ideation, and I just have a section for my niche, which is 18 to 24 year olds, 95% men. They watch YouTube news, making money related content regarding YouTube, and how to grow on YouTube content. So this is essentially who I'm delivering videos to. Now I have a second section called Ideation, and this is where I drop in videos that I can take a lot of inspiration from. So these don't really have to be in your niche. They could be in any niche, really. I mean, you can find good video ideas in every single niche, and I'll be talking about that more. But as you can see, everyone's stealing content. You just fucking suck, period. By Ecom Lifter. That's a great idea. I put it down here. 5 steps to start your first business. That's a great idea. Put it down here. I could be like 5 steps to start your first YouTube channel. There you go. That's an idea right there. The best online businesses to start in 2023. Could do something there. The best online businesses to start as a beginner, 2024. Thumbnails interesting. Could do something like that. And you get the point. So basically, I'm just dropping videos in here that I find very, very interesting and I could use later down the line for a new video idea. And this one is completely out of the niche. Deep focus, why your brain needs understimulation. I could kind of flip this into a grow on YouTube type video. There's so many things that you can do, and that's why I really like to have a Discord, just so I can drop links, because I can easily see the thumbnails and it's easy to just click on the video and see what's going on there. And last but not least is titles. So I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, so number one is make a Discord account, and number two is start an Evernote account. And Evernote is like a free note-taking app. Please get it. It's very, very good. And this is where we're going to be jotting down all our ideas. So I'm going to just type in video ideas. And then we're going to do a dash, press space. And now we can make a list of video ideas. And now we got to find the videos. But before I start, I just want to say, keep in mind, it is just a numbers game. So please, you're not going to find your best video in the first 10 seconds. Like, you're going to have thousands, well, not thousands, you're going to have hundreds of titles and ideas, and only a few of those are going to be really good. So think about it like this. Think about it like a strainer. I'm gonna go in here. See how a strainer, okay, this is kind of like a really bad drawing, but this is your strainer, and your strainer has these little holes that filter out the water from the solids. So there's going to be a bunch of friggin' shit coming in to this strainer. There's going to be liquid, there's going to be sand, there's going to be everything. And basically what the strainer is going to do is it's going to filter out the junk, which is like the big chunks of shit and all the bad ideas. And all you're going to get is the liquid, aka good ideas. So this is essentially what we're doing. We're straining bad ideas from the good ideas. So we're just going to be writing down a bunch of video ideas, and we're going to have these as the ideas that we can actually use to grow our YouTube channel. This is kind of like a really strange analogy. I don't think anyone has ever used this before, but that's kind of how I think about it. So yeah, it's pretty much straining out bullshit from good shit. Excuse my language. Now we're going to go and search up, we're going to start an incognito tab. So it's Control-Shift-N. We're going to go on YouTube, and this is where we're going to do our research. So obviously when you get onto a new YouTube, it's just going to have a bunch of the most popular videos, right? So let's just say you are in, okay, for example, let's say you're in Grow on YouTube, right? You can search up how to grow on YouTube, and you're going to get a bunch of videos that are very, how would I say it, relatively the same. It's very noticeable that these are Grow on YouTube videos, so nothing really stands out. Obviously, you know, they stand out because they get hundreds of thousands of views, for sure. But here's a good way of standing out on YouTube without copying people, because you can't really copy. Like, all these guys have a bunch of subscribers. They have authority, they have social proof, that people trust them. And if you're new on the Grow on YouTube space, people don't trust you. So you need to find a way to get people to trust you. So you need to present new ideas, interesting and unique ideas. So we could just literally just search up productivity, or like school productivity, which is just a really weird one, but there you go. First video, how I stay productive / motivated for school, my tips and productivity hacks. You could literally be like, you could use this. Let me copy this. Let me go to our Discord, go to Ideation. I'm going to put this down here. We could write a title called How I Stay Motivated to Grow My YouTube Channel. How I Stay Motivated / productive to grow my YouTube channel. Something like that. And that's just one idea out of many. So I'm actually going to steal this right here. I don't think it's really that good of an idea, but I can put it right here and keep it there for later use. We could scroll down. Find something here. 5 a.m. morning routine, how to be that girl. I don't really like that. 7 habits that save me 3 hours a day. So we could use this, copy, Ideation. We could use this and go 7 habits that grew my channel, or something like that. You know what I mean? You get it. You understand the idea that I'm trying to come off here. And this doesn't have to just be for Grow on YouTube. It could be for self-improvement. It could be for anything. I know there's a lot of self-improvement guys in this school. So I would definitely use this and definitely find video topics that are not in the self-improvement niche and put them in the self-improvement niche. And this will pretty much make you stand out in a very competitive environment. So that's how I ideate, and that's how I come up with video ideas. Super simple stuff. And I just want to say shout out to Amplify Views, because he gave me a lot of these tips through his videos. So yeah, that's exactly how I ideate and come up with good ideas. Okay, we're going to get real wacky with title creation. So essentially, all we need to do is get people to click, get people to emotionally click. And who are the best people that do this? It's blog writers, it's newspaper article writers, it's these kind of people. And by the way, shout out to Amplify Views, because I learned this from him. And it's actually really, really smart. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to places like BuzzFeed, CBC News. I'm Canadian, by the way. Okay, sorry. United States is my target audience. New York Times, etc. And we're going to find essentially the best headliners and use them for our own videos, which I know sounds really weird, but look, we're going to get into it, and we're going to get real wacky with this. This is going to be more of a raw section of the course. Let me get a sip of coffee real quick. Okay, that coffee's pretty alright. Anyways, I was actually looking at this last night, and I had a bunch of video ideas, so you guys are gonna see some cool video ideas here soon. But we're gonna go to business or arts, or I think I'm gonna go for lifestyle, because I think lifestyle is one where, you know, there's a lot of clickable titles there. So you're gonna get a lot of BS. They're gonna get like all the best looks from the 2024 SAG awards. Like, who cares about that? That's not clickable. That's just for people that, you know, want to live their life vicariously through someone else, which is not what we want to do. We want to be our own bosses, etc. TMI, Apple Watch, why you don't really need all that data, could be decent. This one, actually, I was looking at this. So you love sending voice notes. Do your friends love getting... And that's a good one, so we're just going to copy this and add it here. So we're going to use this later on. This one's really good. This man paid $9,000 for a pair of Donald Trump sneakers. Copy. And you'll see what I'm doing here in a second. I'm just finding ones that are pretty interesting. How much Advil is too much? Okay, so this is a really good idea, because this just popped in my head right here. So a lot of you guys are self-improvement, right? How much Advil is too much? That obviously does not have anything to fucking do with self-improvement, but you could do how much self-improvement is too much? Question mark. That is a banger video idea, because let's be honest, there's a lot of people that do self-improvement a little bit too much, and it's kind of doing more harm than good. So that's a really good one. How much self-improvement is too much? We can keep going. Modern love, that could be really good. Tiny love story, nah, those aren't good. The ethicist, I'm a retired neurologist, should I tell someone I think she has Parkinson's? Oh my god, that's not good, bro. That's not good, but that's so good. Geez, I might actually excuse me, I'm a little sick, by the way. I might actually invest into a New York Times subscription, but that's really good. I'm a retired neurologist, should I tell someone I think she has Parkinson's? That could be really good for a story. Like, if you have a story channel, dude, go to New York Times. Should I keep trying to pay a $700 bill? I think they forgot to charge me. Is shoplifting okay if the shop owner is awful? These are so good. These are such good ideas for a story channel, etc. 36 hours. This could be for travel. 36 hours in Marrakesh, Morocco. 36 hours in Turin, Italy, etc. You get it. 36 hours in VR. You could do something like that. Your money. Millions of fund investors are getting... Nah, not really. Those aren't really good. You just keep looking around. Like, personal tech. How to give your photos and videos a vintage look. Nah, not really. That Spotify daylist that really gets you, it was written by AI. That's a decent one. I would say I would just look through these and find topics that you can kind of recreate in your own niche. So again, we can go to BuzzFeed, and you know, this is, I don't know, but we could go to love. Maybe love could be really good. Let's see, nothing there. Trivia. Only an OG Pretty Little Liars fan can name all 33 of these characters. That's a pretty good video idea for people that are in like the movie niche. Let's see if you know Canadian provinces by their mottos. Not really. There are 223 bills in Quebec. Let's see if you can name all of them. Nah. You just gotta look through these and find really good ones. But this one's actually really good. Only OG... where was it? Where'd it go? Anyways, it was like only... Oh yeah. Only OG Pretty Little Liar fans can name these. That's a pretty good one. So I would put that in your Discord that you're making. So that's essentially how I would find really good video topics, or video titles, excuse me. But that's not really it, because I haven't told you what I do to make good video titles. So if you go to my most popular videos, you can see a pattern. How to keep your viewers addicted. The dark method to grow on YouTube. How to write addictive YouTube scripts. Why you get no views on YouTube. The list goes on and on. But the main thing is either promising something really, really fucking good and delivering on it, or hitting a pain point. So, for example, hitting a pain point, why you get no views on YouTube is really good because it's simple. You know, why you get no views on YouTube? Sure, people have done that before. But the pain point is in the thumbnail. So the thumbnail really helps accentuate the title, which is like a really sad Pepe with 12 views, arrow. This is a really shitty thumbnail, but it worked really, really well because it conveyed some sort of emotion. So yeah, A good title is simply just conveying emotion. How to write addictive YouTube scripts. 30K views 1 month ago. How to keep your viewers addicted. 174K views 2 months ago. See, what I'm doing is pretty much just promising something insane and delivering on it. The dark method to grow on YouTube, which wasn't really so dark, but it kind of was. It was kind of a black hat method to grow on YouTube. 90K views. See, just promise something and deliver it, and you should be good with your titles. Just make sure they're interesting and unique, and make sure they're short, and you should be fine. Hopefully, this will help you. Okay, so you're probably wondering why I'm on this weird channel called Cool Indie Games. This is actually one of my channels that I ended up abandoning because I thought was extremely boring to make videos. But when I was making these kind of videos, I was having a lot of success for a very specific reason. Clickable thumbnails. So I actually compiled a bunch of thumbnails that I thought were really good that I want to study with you guys. And I want to look through YouTube in general and show you why thumbnails did really well, and some tools that you can use for yourself to basically help yourself get better at making thumbnails. But let's look at this channel, for example, which is Cool Indie Games. And yes, I do know what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, it's a video essay channel, super easy to get views in these kind of videos, but I want to show you one in particular, just to show you that you don't really need a bunch of Photoshop skills to make a video blow up. It's this one right here, the insane boxing game you'd never heard of. So if you watch this video, it's 3 minutes long. It's really no editing at all. It's just me talking about the game with gameplay. Really, that's pretty much it. And I had like one little edit and that's it. It's called the insane boxing game you've never heard of, Victorious Boxers 2. 13K views 9 months ago. Yeah, okay, that's decent, right? So what did I do in this thumbnail that made people want to click? Well, literally the only thing and the only reason why it was such a good thumbnail is because it looks uncanny. I mean, look at the title, the boxing game you've never heard of. This game, not really a lot of people have heard of. And that's why I made the video, because there's not really a lot of videos on this topic. Victorious Boxers 2. If you search this up, it's a game for the PS2, made in 2004. It's obscure. It looks weird. It's interesting. You know what I mean? Like, this art style is so, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just not something you see every single day. So when you make a thumbnail about this game, it's going to end up looking uncanny. This is literally just a screenshot of the game, and that's why it looked so, or that's why it did so well, is because people haven't seen this before, and it looks alien, like I talk about in my videos. So another example, and kind of like in the more editing side, is something like this. So I know there's a lot of self-improvement, guys, so let's start here. How to actually make people like you, period. Very simple thumbnail. It's just an image with text that says simple guide. So why did this do so well, right? That's the freaking thing that you're scratching your head at. Here's the thing, people don't want to appreciate your fine Photoshop skills. You really don't need a lot of Photoshop skills to make really clickable thumbnails. The only thing that people want is social proof and a clear message on what they're gonna get in the video. So when they try to click a video called how to actually make people like you, and they see an anime girl looking at some guy and she's like all excited to talk to this dude, then in your mind, you're thinking, oh, okay, I want girls to come up to me and look at me like this while I'm barely doing anything, acting all nonchalant. That's why it does so well, because it hits a pain point. People who click this video probably think that people don't like them. They probably don't get girls, etc. That's why this video did so well. It's because it conveys a simple message, and it's not trying to get you to click with a million arrows, etc. It's just a simple image of a girl liking a guy with text that says simple guide, and it does, the text literally covers the face of the dude. So look, you do not need to overthink your thumbnails. All you need to do is figure out how to hit a pain point exactly like the titles and how to deliver on this. This is so simple, but it works so well. Let's look at something completely different. Another self-improvement example. You've been programmed to be average and don't realize this. So if you've been listening to what I've been saying in the course, people need social proof. And when you see this title, you've been programmed to be average and you don't realize it, you're like, okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting title. Then you look at the thumbnail. It's a dude that looks like he knows his shit. If this was an image of some fucking 14-year-old kid pretending to be like a self-improvement guru, do you think it would have gotten 15k views? No. The reason why it got 15k views with minimal effort and just a thumbnail of himself is because the dude looks like he knows what the fuck he's talking about. It's not some 14-year-old kid with a fucking goofy backpack on telling you how to get girls. Like, bro, that's bullshit. That's gonna get 12 views. This got 15k views because the dude knows his shit, and you can just tell by looking at him. And backstory, if you don't know Big Herc 916, he's one of my favorite YouTubers. Essentially, he did 10 years in prison, and then he came out and started a business, made a bunch of money, and started a YouTube channel, and he's just helping the youth. So I really like this guy. So he has really good life advice, by the way. That's why his videos do so well, and that's why he can get away with just a picture of himself in the thumbnail, is because he has social proof. He looks like he knows what he's doing. He's a good guy. He's an OG. You know what I mean? It's all these things that come into play. That's why it does so well. So make sure you have social proof. If you're making a video on how to be a millionaire and you're not a millionaire, you're not going to get views unless you have like some really specific, weird, interesting angle. So think about it like that and really keep that in mind. Another thumbnail that I really like is making FPS games in Python. And I know I'm very much blabbering in this video, by the way, but this is really important stuff, because if you can get this in your head, your thumbnails are going to be so much fucking better and you're actually going to get views. Making FPS games in Python. So a little quick backstory in game development. So Python is a programming application, and Python isn't really so good for making video games, I'm pretty sure. And the reason why this did so well is because Python isn't really used for making 3D video games. So when you see making FPS games in Python, you're thinking, well, how the fuck is someone going to make an FPS game in Python if Python isn't really good for 3D video games? And then you see the TF2 view model, which, by the way, TF2 is a really popular FPS game that is definitely not made on Python. So when you see this simple image of an FPS character with a Python on his head, then you're thinking, okay, so how did this person make a game like this in Python? I need to click it. 111k views 6 months ago, 100x multiplier. That's why it did so freaking well. And I'm very passionate about this because thumbnails are amazing, by the way. Let's go into this one right here. I accidentally recorded my entire childhood. This is a really interesting video because it's not something you see every single day. So obviously, right off the bat, if you just cover this right here, I can't cover it, whatever. If you just cover this, let me cover it. If you cover this, and you just look at the title, I accidentally recorded my entire childhood, you're thinking, okay, how the fuck did someone record their entire childhood? Then you have to click. But then the thumbnail just does it so much justice. So first of all, it's just a folder that says my childhood, 450 gigabytes, and that's it. Honestly, like, this in itself could have been a great thumbnail if this was just in the middle right here. But, you know, he has his face right here. He looks kind of like interested, or he looks kind of like, what the fuck did I do? And then the text says, really, period. Super good thumbnail because it conveys the point. My childhood with a folder. You know, simple shit. I accidentally recorded my entire childhood, and that's a really good title, because if he just said, I recorded my entire childhood, yeah, okay, cool. But when you put accidentally there, it just begs the question, how did you accidentally record your entire, 3 years old to freaking 17-year or 14-year-old childhood, right? Doesn't make sense. That's why it did super, super well. And just two more examples I kind of want to go through real quick. This one's a more simple style right here. And by the way, there's so many thumbnail styles that you can look into. And I think I'm going to put like a little template of the main thumbnail styles below this video. But this video right here, the old YouTube is going viral again, works really well because, first of all, the old YouTube is something people talk about. People always say like, oh, I miss the old YouTube. I miss this. I miss that. So right there, title's great. And the thumbnail is just a simple Minecraft image with text that says less is more, period. Super simple, but works really, really well. And obviously this is kind of like a trend thing, because if you've been on YouTube in the past few weeks, these kind of videos are kind of popping up, like Minecraft gameplay with like story time in the background. So yeah, it's a bit trendy, but it works really well because it plays on those trends, and it's simple, and it intrigues you because it's like old Minecraft. It's like, okay, well, how is the old YouTube going viral again? So yeah, super good example. I like this. And last but not least is an evolution style of video, of thumbnail. I mean, and I kind of don't like this, but I kind of want to talk about it because I think it's really interesting. So it's just a comparison thumbnail, 2014, 2023, very, very simple. You go from like really simple shit to like really advanced thing. It's very, how would I say it? Self-explanatory. The evolution of Phantom Forces 2. You could literally get rid of Phantom Forces 2 and be like the evolution of something. Evolution of YouTube, evolution of self-improvement, evolution of this, evolution of that, etc., 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 etc. But I just wanted to put this in here. But yeah, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put the thumbnail styles below this just to show you guys what I mean and kind of show you all the proven templates. But yeah, this is basically how to make clickable thumbnails, and we're going to actually make a thumbnail in the next module. So let's get into that. So in order to write a good script, you need to really know your personality, because I've seen a lot of YouTubers, and if we could just go to YouTube right now, I've seen so many YouTubers just kind of like force a script and force their self and force their personality, and kind of, it just comes off like disingenuine. You know what I mean? They don't seem to be true to themselves. So that's why knowing your personality is extremely fucking important. You have to ask yourself questions like, what kind of person am I? Am I a shy person? Am I an outgoing person? Am I extroverted? Am I this? Am I that? You got to really think about like who you are as an individual, because, you know, it does not matter if you're a shy person, or if you're someone that's like really strange or really weird, or someone that swears a lot, or someone that's like really quiet. It does not matter. Like, you just got to figure out like who you are as a person. And when you're reading off a script, or maybe just reading off points in general, you got to ask yourself, like, would I say this in real life? You know what I mean? Would I say this talking to some random guy in the gym? Or would I say this talking to a cashier? Or like, would I say this when I'm explaining myself, or something like that? You know what I mean? Like, you got to ask yourself, like, would you say this in real life? Like, do you say things like bro or dude or stuff like that? Or you really just like take a deep dive into like your script, and see if your script matches with your own personality. And you got to think about, are you forcing it? Like, are you forcing yourself to say something? And just to give you an example, when I just said, am I forcing it? When I read off this, I felt a little bit like I was forcing myself to say that. So what I would do is, if this was like a real video, I would just redo it and maybe reword it in a certain way to match my personality more. So really think to yourself, like, when you're reading off a script, are you forcing this, bro? Like, you just got to think about shit like that. And does this relate to myself as a person? So your script needs to have your own personality sprinkled in. Like, you need to tell people who you are through your script. You need to say your little mannerisms, etc. Like, if you take my channel, for example, I start off every single video with yo. Like, that's just kind of my thing. That's kind of a part of my personality. Or maybe I'll say certain keywords, like 99% of this, do this. Like, I say that a lot. I do the 99% thing a lot. Or I say little things that kind of match with my personality. So think about what matches your personality and what you can do to imply it with your own script. What you really don't want to do is, we kind of really already talked about this, but what you don't want to do is just force it and feel disingenuous. But the number one thing, and you will understand if you're forcing it or not, is if you think when you watch back the video, like, do you think it's cringe? Like, if you're cringing, then it probably is for a good reason. When I drop videos, and I'll just go to money maxing real quick. When I drop videos, I don't feel like I'm cringe. Like, I feel like I'm saying actual interesting things, and I'm just kind of being myself, and the numbers speak for itself. Even with this channel right here, Money Maxing Unfiltered, I don't find myself as cringe. I find myself speaking about things that I know, and I find that I'm giving value to people. So I don't really think it's cringe, and, you know, the numbers don't lie. Obviously, I'm not getting as many views because I have 277 subscribers, but pretty much every single video, And yeah, every single video has more views than subscribers. So that's a really good indicator to know if your script or your audio or your voice is good or not. If you feel cringe, it's probably bad. If you don't feel cringe, then it's a really good indicator that you might be on the right track. So I talked about this in one of the school posts a while ago, and you probably will remember this if you've been here, but what if you don't know yourself? What if you like really just don't know what you're good at or what you should be doing? And me personally, I would think you need more experiences in real life, because you cannot, and you can, I mean, you can. What the freak happened here? Okay. What? What is this? All right, let's redo that. Okay, so you can't get significantly better in your personality department just by sitting at your own house all day and like reading books and shit. You need new human experiences. You need to get outside. You need to get uncomfortable. You need to do things that are awkward. You need to have awkward moments. You need to have insane moments, and you need to meet new people. You need to know more about yourself. So what I would do, and I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't do something that I wouldn't do myself, because I've done exactly this years ago, and I still do it every single year. I try to have one trip a year, but I freaking book a flight, book a train, whatever, to go to a new place and have new experiences, man. I'll give you an example. When I was younger, when I was 19, I saved up all my money from working my minimum wage job to get on a flight to Montreal to train at a boxing gym that I had no clue who anyone was. I just took a flight, found a place to stay. I lived with like 5 people in one house in a crowded, dingy apartment, and I learned so much about myself, even though I was dead broke, living in some random fucking place that I knew no one. And man, it was a wonderful time because it took me out of my comfort zone. I had to meet new people. I had to talk to people. I had to have awkward experiences. I had to do this. I had to do that. And I had to get myself out there to have fun. So that in itself cost like $2,000 for the plane, the place to stay, the food, etc., living expenses. But that $2,000 was an investment of my own personality. I credit that trip, that hiatus, that whatever you want to call it, to my personality growth and to scripting in my YouTube videos. If I never went to Montreal, I would have been a duller person. I would have been a more dull person. I would have had less experiences, less things to talk about, less, oomph in my voice. It's these things that really play a massive role in your scripting. And I know it sounds really dumb, like, okay, like take a flight somewhere and my scripting will be better. Yeah, because your personality will get better. And simply, scripting is all about personality. If you can show personality and you can have experiences and show people experiences and tell people stories, you're going to be so much better off. So I'm telling you right now, you got to get out of your comfort zone, and you need to go somewhere new, and you need new experiences. Number one thing is you have to develop your characters. So that's how you know yourself in order to get better at scripting. And I'm going to talk about this more, but this is kind of a rant kind of style thing. But really, like, take my advice, go somewhere new, and try new things. A lot of people have awful scripts, so I just really want to fix this for you because I'm tired of hearing the same old bullshit every single video. So I'm going to show you how you can make a fun script and how you can actually show your personality off to people that are new to your channel, and you can gain a lot more fans this way. But basically, it all kind of comes down to your introduction, which is like the first 15, 20, 30 seconds of your video. So I actually came up with a bad intro and a good intro, and I actually took this, and this is from one of my fellow members of the group that sent me this, and I thought it was amazing. Claim, truth, evidence, solution. So I'm going to show you a bad intro and a good intro for a script. And just for argument's sake, I wrote a little intro for a bad knee video, so like top 3 things that are hurting your knee while running. So here's the bad intro. Yo, what's up guys? It's X here, and in today's video, we are going to dive into the 3 reasons why your knees hurt while running. That is a shit intro, okay? Let me tell you right now, because it comes off as just extremely generic. And it's the same thing. Yo, what's up guys? It's here, and in today's video, no one cares who you are. No one cares about your greeting. and no one cares what's in today's video. They just want to be entertained and intrigued. We're going to dive into the 3 reasons why your knees hurt when running. This sounds like a PowerPoint presentation that you would present in high school. It just really does not make sense, and it's really a pain to watch. People find this extremely painful. So if you write scripts like this, you need to change the way you write them. So I actually wrote a good intro, and it's not the best intro, but it's just something I kind of came up on the spot, but it's 300 million times better than what there is right here. And obviously you don't have to swear, but this is just me writing a script about bad knees in my own personality. So here's what I came up with. You're probably destroying your kneecaps while running, and I'm not shitting you. The WHO shows that 96% of runners have extremely weak cartilage. So if you enjoy using your legs, I'm going to show you how to prevent this and even give you Superman knee strength with these exercises. By the way, this is just like some bullshit I just kind of made up with. It's not true. So, but you get what I'm saying. I'm showing you the evidence and claiming something. But yeah, this intro works really, really well because first of all, there's a claim. You're probably destroying your kneecaps while running. Then there's a truth. I'm not shitting you. The WHO shows that 96% of runners have extremely weak cartilage. Then there's evidence, which is the same thing, but I could add something like, if you enjoy using your legs, I'm going to show you how to prevent this. And that's kind of evidence and solution. But yeah, the solution is I'm going to show you how to prevent this and even give you superhuman knee strength with these exercises. Super straight, simple. It scares the viewer into watching the whole video because I'm talking about pain points. Like, look, if you run consistently and you enjoy walking when you're 60 years old down the line, please watch this video because if not, this might happen to you. That's why this intro does extremely better than this intro right here. So the main thing you could get off this course module is just please understand that you have to do something different and you have to kind of break the mold, because if you can break this mold, you're just going to stand out from, again, like 95% of YouTubers. I'm telling you right now. And that's kind of all there is to a good script. Like most people's scripts are not that bad. Actually, I could add this, like you really got to use your own personality. You can't like talk about things like a PowerPoint presentation that you're presenting in college or high school or whatever. You need to get your own personality shining through your video. And of course that's really hard. And it's easier for me to say this because, I'm a faceless channel, right? But you need to find your zone, you need to find your flow, and you just have to like do things in a way where it makes sense to you and kind of like how would I say it? Narrate the script or talk to your viewer like you're talking to a buddy. Like I always tell my guys, talk to your buddies like you'd talk to them in playing basketball or something like that, or like just chilling with the guys or chilling with your friends, etc. If you come off as genuine, people will understand that. People like genuine stuff. But if you come off with this like disingenuine, like, oh, I'm just trying to do this to make money, it does not make sense. So, again, that kind of goes into the point where like go into a niche where you're passionate in, but that's just kind of me nitpicking and kind of going off topic here. But other than that, this is kind of like my main workflow to making a good script. Sorry, not a good intro. So first start off with an introduction, which I already kind of talked about here. And then it's just simply the main chunk of the video, which is like key point number 1, key point number 2, key point number 3. And I'm probably going to go in depth more on this on the script writing course. But then it's an outro, which is just like a consensus, just the solution to the problem of the video. And then at the very end, which is product placement, which is basically like saying, yo, I got this product that can help you out a lot. Check it out. It's going to solve your pain points and it's worth your money. Boom. I wouldn't put this at the start because it just comes off as scammy and it just comes off as you trying to like beg for money. So if you put this at the very end, people that are the most engaged with your content are going to see this and they're going to be more likely to buy. Okay, so how can you improve your scripting? Because if you remember earlier in the course, I told you that you need to be 1% better at each video. So this is exactly how I improved my scripting. And all I really did was read more shit and watch more content. Let me put this in actually. And watch more content critically. Oh, I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, watch more content critically. So these are the 2 best things to do when improving your scripting. And I'll talk about reading more, but essentially when you're watching content, you want to look at the most popular videos and see what they do with their intros and what they do. What the fuck is this, man? Get this shit out of my face. Anyways, and see what they're doing with their intros, main chunk of the video, their outros, etc., and you're going to learn a lot. But the thing that I can credit myself, or credit to me being really good at scripting, and I'm not the best at scripting, obviously, but the thing that really blew up my scripting skills and my copywriting skills was these books. And I'm going to talk about each and every single one of them. They're really, some of them are kind of like disturbing, especially the 48 Laws of Power, which I'll start right there. Look, if you have not read the 48 Laws of Power, it is a really disturbing, manipulative book. It is straight up manipulation. And there's a few reasons why I've read this, because first of all, I personally think all knowledge, not all knowledge, but most knowledge is good knowledge. I think that the 48 Laws of Power will teach you a lot about manipulation, not just by manipulating people, but trying to, how would I say it? Recognize when someone's manipulating you, and you can pretty much use this information when watching videos and see like, okay, does this person have my best interests in mind, or is he just trying to make money, etc. But a lot of these laws can really be used with scripting, with copywriting, with selling a product, etc. So I would really recommend reading the 48 Laws of Power, even though it is extremely disturbing. And a lot of people think like, you're kind of an asshole if you read this, which I do agree. I'm not trying to disagree with you, but very disturbing book, but very good book. But if you want to learn scripting, read How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is going to tell you exactly how to get people hooked to your vibe, hooked to your vibe. Jesus, that sounded bad. This book will get people hooked to you because it basically tells you how would I say it? Get people to like you, really. And if people like you, they're going to listen to what you have to say. And I actually use a lot of these rules within my scripts. So please read this book. And it's really, how would I say it? Simple information, but it's kind of presented in a way where it's really easy to understand and it's really easy to implement. And this is especially good when writing a script when you want to sell a product and make money as well. Storytelling wise, I would read The Richest Man in Babylon because there is a lot of really good stories within this book. It's really just about a book about how to grow wealth. But the reason why I think you should read this to improve your scripting is because the stories within the book are really captivating, and you can use these like frameworks that they've used to write these stories into your own scripts. Definitely read The Richest Man in Babylon. And last but not least is The Art of Seduction. Now, everyone gets this book wrong. Everyone thinks it's just a book on how to get girls. It's really not. Seduction is about getting someone to do something for you, right? And obviously that sounds very manipulative. It is all manipulative, except for How to Win Friends and Influence People. I guess it is kind of manipulative if you're using it in a way. But look, life ain't sunshine and rainbows, like Rocky said. Did Rocky say that? I don't know. Anyways, The Art of Seduction is going to teach you how to seduce people. Doesn't matter if it's if it's romantically, if it's politically, if it's in a business sense. It's going to teach you how to seduce people, and you can use this in your scripts to seduce people within your scripts to keep them watching. So I know you don't want to spend money, right? I don't want to spend money either. Just go to your local library, and I'm sure they're going to have these books. Rent them, read them, put them back, or just find a free PDF online. I don't know. Allegedly, I'm not telling you to do that because that's illegal, but you do what you want. Anyways, these are the books that have really helped my scripting, and this is how you can improve your scripting. Simply just read more books. I'm telling you right now, because every book is trying to captivate you. So if you can read good books and see what they do, you're going to be so much better off with script writing. So please read a freaking book every night before you go to bed. You'll be so much better off. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can use my audio preset very, very simply. So first of all, drop your audio, of course, in your Premiere Pro. Then click this link that I put in the presets I use page right here. And then press 0. You don't got to pay money for this, by the way. Press 0, click I want this, and it's going to download the Audio Juice preset. So you're going to get something that looks kind of like this. And let me get rid of this freaking game. I'm sorry about that. So you're going to get something like this. All you're going to do is go to your effects tab, wherever that is. It looks different for a lot of people. Go down to presets and click import presets. And all you want to do is just find the Audio Juice preset that you downloaded and press open. And it will be automatically at the front. So I already have this, so I'm going to get rid of this. Now, all you want to do to use this preset is just drag it into here. So click this, drag it, boom.
A bit crazy, and
you'll hear a very big difference.
If you think I'm weird, I totally get it. I understand. You can block me.
So yeah, that's how I use my audio juice preset, and this is the preset I use in every single video. So definitely use it, and you can also fine tune it in the, let me move this right here. You can fine tune it under effect controls. So when you have it on here, you'll get these three right here, which is hard limiter, graphic equalizer, parametric equalizer. I wouldn't mess with the hard limiter, because the limiter is basically making every sound in your mic the same volume, and then you can kind of mess around with your graphic EQ if you want. But yeah, you don't have to do that. That's how you use the audio juice preset, and thank you. Bye. Okay, so if you want to 10x your video editing, please freaking listen to this right now, and I'm going to show you how to do this. Boom, 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 boom. Do you see how fast that was, rather than like delete, remove, or clear, or cut, or all this stuff? Like, that takes too much fucking time. So let me show you all my keyboard shortcuts, and it's literally just like 2 letters that I use, and it just saves me so much time, and actually a few more. So without further ado, let's freaking go into it. So go to edit right here, and then go to keyboard shortcuts, and literally just copy everything here. And the only thing you really need is W, which is add edit to all tracks, and then Z, which is ripple delete, and then that should be it for there. Also, another few things that you probably need to know is you can actually hold Alt and then drag something and then duplicate it like that. So if you hold Alt, drag, duplicate, you can do that. And if you have my keyboard shortcut set up to how I showed you just there, you can grab empty space, click that, press Z, and then instantly it will bring all the clips together, or delete everything in the middle. Control Z, of course. And if you want to add in fade-ins and stuff like that, I'll actually just show you an image for now. I'll give you an example. Like, we'll use this remake here, for example. And you want to make this slowly fade in. All you have to do is just click this right here, right? Click the top, the end, and you'll get this little red thing, and press Control D, and you'll get an instant fade in. And you can mess around with this as well. So these are really important things that you need to know, and you can do the same. Oh, actually, also another thing is to get snap in timeline, just press S, and you'll instantly get it like that. And that should be all you need to know with the shortcuts. But simply look at D and Z for me. So if we go to keyboard shortcuts, or sorry, not D and Z, W and Z. W is add edit to all tracks, go to point. Z is ripple delete. Make sure you have those, because that is going to save you a shitload of time, okay? And T is also text, if you didn't know. You can just add in text like this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to dopamine edit, how to serious edit, and how to do a mix of both. So let's get into that. Straight off the bat, I want to tell you right now that video editing does not need to be hard, but you really need to understand that there's different video styles for different personalities, and the only reason why video editing is hard for you is because you're not using the video editing style that suits your own personality, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can find that. But other than that, you really need to worry about just having something interesting happen about 3 to 5 seconds to keep a viewer's attention, and this kind of all depends on your niche. If you're in a more serious self-improvement, esoteric kind of niche, then obviously you don't need to have a meme every 2 seconds. But if you're catering to a younger audience, it makes sense for you to have some sort of dopamine hit happening every 3 to 5 seconds to keep their attention. So it all kind of boils down to your video editing, to the style of your video and your niche's audience. But I'm going to tell you right now that a lot of a good video has to do with a really good script. So please refer back to the scripting portion of this video, of this course. But a good script will literally take a mediocrely edited video way farther than it would without it. And people essentially just want a good story. They want to be entertained, or they want to get value from your video. So if your script is good, then your video editing is already 50% there. So I'm going to basically show you a few case studies and a few examples of the main video types of edits that I've seen in the past, and it kind of boils down to these three. And number one is obviously the dopamine editing, and that's your Nate Wealths, that's your money maxings, that's your make money on YouTube guys, that's your dropshipping guys, etc. But then there's like the serious style, which is more of like your self-improvement guys, the people that are teaching you something a little bit more laid back and relaxed and a little bit more serious. And then there's kind of like a mix of both, where channels in between do this really well, and I've done this really well on my video essay channel, which I'll show you in a second. And this is pretty much like the easiest, well, this is the easiest style, the serious style, but the easiest but best style in my opinion is kind of a mix of both, because it saves you time. You don't have to edit something every freaking 3 seconds in the dopamine editing style, but a mix of both gives you kind of like the best of both worlds. And I really do think that this right here is one of the best editing styles, but I'm going to get into that a little bit more with these case studies. So let's start off with the mix of both, and I'm actually going to show you my cool indie games channel that I kind of built as an experiment. Obviously I stopped making videos 4 months ago, ever since my money maxing channel blew up, but I did get quite a bit of good views on this channel, and it has a little bit to do with the video editing. I'm going to be honest with you, but most of it had to do with the thumbnails, which I think thumbnails are the most important. But I'm getting off topic here. This is what I mean by minimal editing, and you'll see what I mean.
What happened to Sven Co-op? This Half-Life mod was everywhere in 2014 to 2016, with tons of popular YouTubers joining in on the mod's hype. What happened to Sven Co-op? This Half-Life mod was everywhere in 2014 to 2016, with tons of popular YouTubers joining in on the mod's hype. ModDB even said it was possibly the best Half-Life mod of all time. And with the game having over 27,000 positive reviews on Steam, you'd think it'd still be thriving, but it's not. Only 46 servers remain in this seemingly forgotten piece of Half-Life media.
Okay, so that was 25 seconds of this video, and there's kind of like a little bit to pack down or break down, so I'm gonna get into it right now. Basically, it starts off with a really good script, and it's basically what the fuck happened to this game called Sven Co-op. If we rewatch the first 5 seconds, you'll see what I mean.
What happened to Sven Co-op?
So automatically I'm showing you something, which is a guy cutting you with a knife, blinks out, then goes into Sven Co-op. In that first 2 seconds, you're already getting a freaking dopamine hit, and then the video keeps going with like a simple B-roll gameplay video of the video game itself, and then I add these little things where it's like a little fade in with 2014 to 2016. This is my cool Vedica font, of course, and then a little bit of scrolling, etc. And it's super simple shit to do on Premiere Pro. And why I'm not giving you an editing course is because, you know, some of you guys have Premiere Pro, some of you have DaVinci Resolve, etc. Some of you have Final Cut, so I'm not going to make one tutorial about Premiere Pro unless you guys want it. If you want it, let me know. But I would just search up how to do this shit. Super simple. It's just keyframes and opacity fade-ins, and this is what you get. Boom. Little fade-ins like this, little blurs, and this is called a Gaussian blur, and then I just inverted it so it blurs everything out but keeps this. But the basis of this edit is simply just B-roll alongside with your A-roll, or A-roll alongside with your B-roll, but very simplified. It's not like the dopamine editing, which is money maxing, and I'll show you this right now.
Believe me when I say this intro works extremely well. Like 90% of the time, you really don't give a shit about what they have to say. You're simply just listening.
As you can see, there's like a new video, image, GIF, etc. happening like every fucking 2 seconds, right? So it's a completely different style of video editing, and in my opinion, you can get away with the mix of both pretty much most of the time, and that's what I recommend a lot of people to do. But I will show you the serious style, and this is kind of a mix of both as well, but this is a more serious style, and this is one of my guys, my Patreon members, Titan, and obviously everything's on the school now, but this is one of my clients that I work with, which is Titan. He has 55 subscribers, but he's starting to get some pretty good views. I mean, 584 views for a 55 subscriber channel is not bad at all, and what he does is he talks into his microphone in his bedroom.
You will be a loser for the rest of your life. That is, if you have the direction and the goals. Great philosopher once said, if a man knows not which court he sails to, no man will be fair. Continue.
So right off the bat, you can tell that he has an extremely good script because it starts off with,
You will be a loser for the rest of your life.
you will be a loser for the rest of your life. It captivates you to watch the rest of the video, as well as the editing. I mean, it's super minimalistic. It's kind of, it's pretty easy to do. And I'm pretty sure I have a preset pack in the resources chat or resources panel in this course. So you can check out some Premiere Pro resources for free, but smooth transitions, that's all you need. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's easy to do. So you can do that. There's Dopamine style, there's serious edits, and a mix of both. And for the serious edits, it would have to be my guy, Cal Ram. And I love this channel. He's like an esoteric guy. He does a lot of self-improvement stuff, but like a different kind of self-improvement stuff. A different kind of self-improvement. But his videos are super simple, and it's just to the point where he has a whiteboard and he's simply just talking. And the reason why it does so well is because he has really good information. And this is obviously a super long video. It's 31 minutes long. So it's a really long-term, long-form, informative video. And all he needed was just a whiteboard, and he just needs to sit down and talk. So this is a really good video editing style for people that are really good at talking for long periods of time. Obviously, I'm not the best at this, but if you're good at talking, then the serious format could be really good if you have a good video idea, if you have a good thumbnail, and if you have a good title, which this guy obviously has. How I Hacked Lucid Dreaming. Thumbnail is just him looking mysterious with the whiteboard in hand. So that's why this has done super, super well. But I'm going to give you a huge warning, and I see this way too fucking much. First of all, do not edit like everyone else, because you're going to be forgotten. And a lot of guys like try to copy the YouTubers that they watch. They try to emulate their editing styles. Like a lot of people watch Nate Wealth and try to edit his or copy his style, which really is kind of cringy. It's not cool and it's not unique. So like, why would you watch this guy when you can watch Nate Wealth that is already established and he was the one that invented the style? And you really got to think to yourself, how can you find your own style? And I'm going to talk about that in this course, but specifically emulating someone else probably will not work for you. It's a dime a dozen where someone copies someone and then grows bigger than the original person. So just don't do it and find your own style. But that brings me into my next point, which is your personality says a lot about your unique editing style. You got to throw in your own pizzazz, bro. I'm telling you, you got to throw in some unique media. Like what does your personality align with? I mean, for me, you watch my videos, I have like weird, wacky, like creepy GIFs, because like I'm just a weird, wacky, creepy guy. I mean, I'm not really creepy. I don't think. I hope I'm not creepy, but that's the thing. Like I'm just like a weird person, I guess, and that's why I have weird shit in my videos. That's why I have weird jazz music, etc. But especially music and like sound design almost can really stamp an authentic feel to your videos. If you look at my Cool Indie Games channel, I've used like weird SoundCloud music and I think it works really good. If we even go to the comments, I will go to one of my videos. They even comment about the music selection that I use, and I will go to this one. I'm pretty sure it's this one right here. And I swear I'll find a freaking comment about the music. How the fuck do you have 125 subs, etc.? How do you only have 158 subs, etc.? Cool vid. Yo, I love the sewer slut outro, and that's the artist that I've used. Let me see. Oh, I guess there's no music comments. I'm sorry. Anyways, I swear there was music comments. But anyways, people enjoy interesting music. So really use some different music. Don't use the fucking shit that everyone else uses. Find something that's unique and do some research and look around and see if anyone has used that music. And if not, you're probably doing something right. So make your own trademark. And what is a trademark? This is probably the most important core part of the video editing course, or the course module in this course. There's a lot of courses, course section. Anyways, a trademark is something that makes you stick out from your niche, and I can only explain this in a few examples. I mean, I'll use myself as an example. I use mysterious imagery, a strange choice of GIFs, strictly jazz music, and a specific font in lowercase to stand out. if you look at my thumbnails and my editing style, let's stick to editing because that's what the video is about. I'm gonna put playback to like 1.75. Look at the editing style, man. It's just like weird videos, weird GIFs, SpongeBob GIFs, like weird, you know what I mean? Just like really not conventional media that I use, like monkeys, like, you know what I mean? Like weird, I don't know, just, it's so strange, and I have never seen anything so much like this. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, I'm just saying, like, I really take pride in trying to stand out within my niche, and that's why I think I was successful the way I was, because I stand out. And that's what you need to do to start getting views on the platform. You need to start standing out, because word of mouth is a huge thing. If you have word of mouth, if people are saying, yo, you got to watch this guy, you're going to get more subscribers, you're going to get more viewers, you're going to get more potential customers. Moist Critical is a really good example. He uses stretched out images for his thumbnails. He uses like dry humor. He's got the long greasy hair, and he's got the beard, and he just has like this really monotone voice with him, and that's what makes him so fucking good and funny. And I love Moist Critical, by the way, because he stands out from the commentary niche. Imagine if Moist Critical was like, yo, what's up guys, in today's video we're gonna react to the worst restaurants in America. It wouldn't work, but the way he does it is like so interesting and unique. I can't even like emulate it really to even give you an example. You just gotta watch his videos and you'll understand how fucking unique he is. And all he's doing is just doing something out of the norm that most people, or not, no one does, that no one does. And that's why he has 14.4 million subscribers. So if you want really good engagement with your videos, be unique, because no one wants to watch the same shit over and over again. So people want new things. And Cal Ram, same thing. He uses esoteric imagery. He's got a chill vibe to his videos, and he talks to you kind of like a friend. And he's killing it with his really not small, but he's killing it with his niche channel, because he has over 100 members in his school account at $100 a month. That's the power of being unique. But the bottom line is, just do not copy, and keep testing video styles, and keep trying new things every single video to truly find your own style. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to pay massive dividends in the future. Okay, I'm going to show you how to dopamine edit, and let's just get right into it. So obviously I have this little thing right here, which is my audio clip. Exactly how I edit viral videos that gain me thousands of views and thousands of subscribers. So please listen up, make sure you're taking notes, and I'm going to show you the secrets and keys to going viral on the platform. So that's our little like sub clip, and we're going to edit this into like something super over edited and very juicy and good. So what we're going to do is, if you have like a bunch of files on your computer that you don't need, you can go to edit and go to remove unused, and it'll get rid of every single file. And also, if you don't have the editing pack that I put in the description, and I'm pretty sure I put it in resources or somewheres, I just found it's an editing pack. It's really good. We're going to use a lot of that as well. So let's get into cutting the audio first, which is literally G. And then we're going to make it louder, so it's like 6. And then now we're going to cut all the audio. So we're going to literally go here, press W, press Z. I'm going to show you exactly how I edit viral videos that gain me thousands of views and thousands of... So I messed up right there, right? So we're going to go videos that gain me thousands of views and that. So I used and there. So I'm going to click this, W, boom. Now we can replay it. Viral videos that gain me thousands of views and thousands of subscribers. So, and now we're going to get rid of this little, you know what I mean? So we're going to go here, WZ subscribers. So please listen up, make sure you're taking notes, and I'm going to show you this. So there's another breath right here, so we can get rid of the breath right there. Boom, boom. Taking notes, and I'm going to show you the secrets and keys to going viral on the platform. So there we go. Now we can hold shift and we can snap here and then press O to make sure that this is all we're working with. So, oh yeah, I forgot. Audio juice. What I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to show you how to do this audio juice here thing in a second, but honestly, I'm just going to give it to you. It's easier. I'm going to make it downloadable, and if I don't, please remind me and I'll send it to you. But I'm going to drag my little audio preset,
exactly how I edit viral videos that gain me thousands of views and thousands of subscribers.
So now we got something to work with here. Okay, so now all we have to do is literally just find images for each keyword for something like a dopamine edit. And what we're going to do is we're going to start out with our text first. And you see that I use text a lot to kind of like fill in some blanks. And what we're going to do is we're going to have Essential Graphics open here. And we're going to go to Browse and just type in text. And sorry, title. And you should find a title called basic title, and make sure you favorite it so you can just go here and you have your basic title. So we're going to find something that we can use for text. So we're going to play this.
I'm going to show you exactly how I edit viral videos that gain me thousands of views and thousands of subscribers. So please
Okay, so I'm going to do the so please thing. So I'm going to grab this text right here, and we're going to go here, go to Essential Graphics, and then I'm going to go to my Cool Vetica. So again, you can click the font stuff and then use your up and down key to like change your font. But I'm going to use Cool Vetica. And then it starts with so, right? So now we're not going to use W because W actually cuts every single thing in every single little layer here. So what we're going to do, what we're going to use, oh my goodness, I cannot speak, is C, which is the razor tool. And we're just going to cut it where it cuts to the next word. So we're going to cut it here. And then we're going to click this, double click the text, and then just press your right arrow and space. And now we have another piece of text. And then we're going to use a comma, so please. And then we're going to do the same thing.
Listen.
Then we're going to do the same thing. Listen.
So please listen up.
We're going to do the same thing. Put a period at the end. And what we're going to do is we're going to make this a little bit bigger. So we're going to get just the up thing, right? We're going to scroll down and then just make this a bit bigger. And now we have like some more pizzazz with the text.
So please listen up.
And now we have some text that we can work with. And again, we can use Control D. And what I'm going to do is, you really need this preset pack, by the way. I'm going to grab this whole thing and go down to the preset pack, go to Effects, get Camera Shake, and just drop it here.
So please listen up.
Do you see how good that is now?
So please listen up. Make sure you're taking notes.
And now we can do the little whole dopamine edit thing, which is super, super freaking simple. So let me show you this. So
make sure you're taking notes.
So I talk about taking notes, right? What we're going to do is we're going to go here and we're going to search up tenor. And we can literally go to this GIF website and just type in listen up. And grab like anything, really. I mean, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this right here because I kind of like this. We're going to put this in a folder just so things don't get too messy. And what we're going to do is we're just going to grab this, drag and drop, and then just throw it in here. And obviously it's going to be super small. So what we can do is we can actually right click and then go to scale to frame size, and it's going to automatically drag it to the frame size.
Make sure you're taking notes, and
we're going to cut this right here.
Make sure you're taking notes, and I'm going to show you the secrets and key.
And then secrets. And then this, and then we're going to do something just to make it a little bit more, how would I say it? More dopamine-y, I would say so.
Notes, and I'm going to show you the secrets and keys to go.
And actually, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to use keyframes. So we're going to go back here, and we're going to go to Effect Controls. And this could be different. This could look different for you. But for me, it's on the left. So it's going to say these little things like position, scale, etc. And we're going to make it kind of zoom in. So first, we're going to make this a little bit bigger right here. We're gonna go all the way down here. And what we're gonna do is click this little thing here called toggle animation. And this is what's called a keyframe. And then we're gonna just move this up a little bit, or move it pretty much all the way down here. And we're gonna double click this, and we can just go zoom it out and put it all the way in till the end. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna set a keyframe so it starts slowly zooming out. And what we can do to make it even better is, remember what I said about Control D? We can click the end of this, press Control D, and make it slowly fade out. We can make it slowly fade out, and we can literally do the same thing with this. We can put it onto the same layer, and if you want these to like fade in between each other, you can grab the middle of these two, press Control D,
and I'm going to show you the
and it'll do that.
And I'm going to show you this.
And we'll use our little preset pack again, and I'm going to use like position left to right.
Make sure you're taking notes, and I'm going to show you this.
Do you see how good that is, man? Literally, this preset pack is free, by the way, so find it. I'm going to add it in the resources section, and it's amazing. So again, I'm going to just add this, and look how high quality this looks already.
So please listen up, make sure you're taking notes, and I'm going to show you the secrets and keys to going viral on the platform.
And if you want to know how I do my invert thing, I just take the razor tool, click here, Control D, and then I'm going to go here to effects, type in invert, drag this, and it's going to invert.
Keys to going viral on the platform.
So that's exactly how to dopamine edit, and we can literally get the same stuff here.
I'm going to show you exactly how.
So I could be like, I'm going to show you. Boo, boo, boo. We can use our good friend Muhammad Ali here. Muhammad Ali. My name is Muhammad Ali, and you will announce it. Anyways, sorry, I'm a boxing man. Okay, so we can do this right here. Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
I'm going to show you exactly how I edit.
And then edit. Yeah, we could literally do something like this. Like, it's kind of dumb, obviously, but I'm just showing you for examples. And then we can grab this, put it here, put it here, put it here, put it here. And what I'm doing is I'm pressing C, cutting, and then taking this, and then pressing Control X to get rid of this. And then I'm gonna press Control D to make this zoom in, and then I'm gonna set this to say scale for. Oh my goodness! Set this to frame size. And you'll see what I'm doing here.
I'm going to show you exactly how I edit viral videos that gain me
thousands of views.
Thousands of views.
And what we can do is be like views going up. And we could just use this for example. Same thing, it's literally just drag and drop, and honestly editing has never been so easier for me with this dopamine edit style. And we can just go like this. And then we can use another effect, which I will use. Presets, preset pack.
Thousands of views and thousands of subscribers. So, and thousands of views and thousands of thousands of views and thousands of subscribers.
And then I'm going to type in like, I'm going to use this actually. I like this 300. Then put this here, and as you can see, it's just drag and drop, honestly, like, and it's super simple to do. It just drag and drop with effects. Again, I'm holding Alt, and then I'm dragging to make a duplicate. C, press X, boom, boom.
Thousands of subscribers. So please listen up, make sure you're taking notes, and I'm going to show you the secrets and keys to going viral on the platform.
And editing like this takes me like 2 to 3 hours max. So we're going to rewatch this one more time.
I'm going to show you exactly how I edit viral videos that gain me thousands of views and thousands of subscribers. So please listen up, make sure you're taking notes, and I'm going to show you the secrets and keys to going viral on the platform. I'm going to show you exactly.
So this is exactly, oh my god, I say exactly a lot, but this is exactly how I would edit dopamine edits. Like, it's just an edit every 1 to 2 to 3 seconds, and adding these little keyframes, these little motion effects, etc. And check resources tab. I'm going to put this little thing in there, or the preset pack in there. So this is how to dopamine edit. Welcome to the final section of the course, and I just want to say congratulations, because you're pretty much on your way to making money on YouTube. Now we got to find out pain points to sell to your viewer. Now, if you watched the first bit of the course, I talked about that you need to find a niche that has profitable problems to solve. So I'm going to show you exactly how to find specifically those profitable problems to solve to your niche. So I'm assuming since you followed this course, you have a fan base. Now you can use the community tab, and I've actually used this a lot in my own channel, Money Maxing, and you'll see what I'm doing here. First of all, yeah, I got polls, etc., but I have these polls down here. Like, how many subscribers do you have? Under 1K, over 2K subs. 70% of people have under 1K. That's a pain point that I can put into my Evernote folder. So I could say people less than 1,000 subscribers. So maybe this could be a course to sell to beginners to get their first 1,000 subs. That is a certain product that I could sell in the future. That is a pain point. Less than 1,000 subs, 70% of people that voted for this, and keep in mind, 1.1 thousand people have voted for this poll. I could sell them a course down the line to get them to 1,000 subs to solve their pain point. What you're trying to do is make people go from sad to happy. So I'm gonna show you exactly what you need to do. You need to make people go from sad to happy. And what you can do to do that is by solving their problems. So another one, I can scroll down here. Do you feel like your channel is unique? 433 votes. This might not be the best example, but a lot of people said no, 41%. And a lot of people said yes, 59%. And some people could be delusional here. But if we look at the people that said no, maybe I could start a product about how to stand out within YouTube. Or maybe that could be a part of the course module within this, less than 1,000 subs. I could be like, I could tell them that you can stand out on YouTube. That's something I could add to my product. And the list goes on and on. You can literally just make these polls and get information from your subscribers. And this is such a great way to collect data and to collect pain points from other people. And even looking at your comments, like if I go to here, if I go to my analytics and go to my comments, there's going to be a lot of people complaining about their channel. And this doesn't have to be just for grow on YouTube. This could be for self-improvement. This could be for anything. Look, bro, can you make a video about descriptions? That's another thing. My content is original, but I still suck on YouTube. That could be another thing that I could add in a product. Let's see. Bro, could please tell me how you make those animated texts, Photoshop and After Effects, or only Photoshop, thanks? That could be, I could make a full video editing tutorial or a full video editing course, etc. There's so many things that I can go through and scroll and skim to make a profitable product on growing on YouTube. So essentially what you need to do is find a problem and solve it. That's all you need to do. The bigger the problem, the more profitable it will become. So I quickly want to talk about platforms to sell your product on and what I recommend selling as a beginner. First of all, number one, I recommend selling a subscription-based service simply because it's monthly revenue coming in. It's not just a one-time thing, and you can really grow a dedicated fan base that you can upsell later in the future. Number one, though, school costs $100 a month, so I wouldn't really recommend this for beginners, especially when you have not that much money. What I would recommend doing is starting a Patreon or a WAP, WAP.com. Personally, I've never used WAP, but I've heard good things about it. But essentially, you can charge people monthly with WAP. You can connect your Stripe account, and you can actually do weekly payments as well, but I do think that's kind of scammy. So I think monthly payments are really good for WAP, but Patreon is good too. It's free. They do take a cut of what you make though, but Patreon is super trusted and pretty simple to start out on. So yeah, subscription-based services are always your best bet, especially if you can solve a problem that requires monthly attention. So there's a lot of things that you can talk about. I talk about this more in my Make Money Online course, the 10K per month course, but basically just to give you a full run down really quickly is subscription-based services are great. School is the best one, in my opinion. Very fucking much worth the $100 a month. Patreon is good if you have no money. And WAP is good if you have no money as well. But school is just number one, the best thing ever. I swear. Like, you will make so much money on school if you do it right, which I won't talk about too much because it would take me 10 million years to talk about. But anyways, last but not least, if you're selling a course, you can either use System.io. System.io is great for building a funnel and great for selling a one-time course. It is free, but you can get a paid version. If you're more into, if you're more in the advanced stages of selling a product, what I would recommend is Go High Level. Go High Level is really solid, but it is like $500 a month. So that's kind of like an advanced thing. But if you're selling a course and you just want to get something out there super quick, Gumroad is great and very easy to use. So these are a few really good platforms to sell on. Definitely take this advice with a pinch of salt. If I were you and I had some money to spend, I would start a school.
And last but not least, and this is basically pretty much like the end of the funnel where you start making money, is building the product that will make you 10K per month or something along those lines. And it's as simple as just literally solving a problem. And I made this little stupid little painting or drawing or whatnot, and it's the representation of what you need to do with your customer. Is, you know, turning them from little sad stickman boy to happy, I just bought something that solved my issue stickman. And this is literally all you need to do. Make people go from sad to happy. So for you bought this to solve your problem that you don't get enough views or you don't make enough money on YouTube. So I am solving your issue, especially with the live group chats, the community, this course, the other courses that I have. And I also have a 10K per month course that I go really in depth with this and how to really sell your product. But once you have the product, you need a non-scummy way of marketing your product. And a lot of people do the mistake where they market their product at the very start of the videos and just do it in a really bad way where it won't get you conversions. So a lot of ways to non-scummily, is that a word, scummily? Non-scummily market your product is through your YouTube community tab, your Patreon. And Patreon has an option where you can sign up for free, and that's basically like your email newsletter. You can do live streams, live seminars, etc., Discord servers. I go really in depth with the Making 10K per month course on this school.com page. But that's essentially the issue at hand, is you just need to solve someone's problem.